Musibiye Mutia. Is that the way forward? Good evening. Dr. Mish, I've got to tell you this. I'm a bit confused because, is he here?
Yes, Mr. Zul, I do.
Some people call you Dr. Mitch and some call you Dr. Mish. I think it's probably Mish because your mother shortened that for mischief. And the reason why I say that is I think you ambushed a lot of the speakers here by giving them a task to do this together for better in a very short notice period. So mischief is probably more appropriate than miss.
As group chair, you are exempt from telling us your story since you're paying the bills.
But I will tell my story. I will tell my story because I'm a great believer that when we talk about concepts like together for better, it is predicated by a basic philosophy which says that nobody has a monopoly on knowledge. And every one of us sitting in this room can in some way or the other learn from people above you or below you or with you. There are lessons to be learned. And for me, the most classic example I can think of being better together is a story that's connected very much with Jubilee. And the story is that we have every month a dedicated day that we spend in having what we call a regional CEOs meeting, where we have CEOs from all the group companies in the region making presentations on how their month has been, what the challenges have been, what opportunities they have identified, and how we can learn from each other. And as you can imagine, the quality and the strength of all the CEOs is not the same. So we have CEOs at different levels. But we have all of us can say with our hand on our hearts, that all of us have learned lessons from each other during that process. We have a CEO who's based in Burundi. We've got a couple of CEOs based in Tanzania. We had at that time a CEO based in Mauritius, and of course the CEOs based in Uganda and Kenya. And we all interacted in such a positive manner that today I can honestly say that we are the largest insurance company in East Africa, being driven by the joint combined knowledge of the CEOs that we have in the group. So, thank you. I'm also going to embarrass our group CEO, Julius, by asking him to stand up. And I'm going to ask our group deputy CEO, Juan, who's already standing, to remain standing. And the reason why I say I want them to stand up is very simple. The group CEO, Julius, brings in a lot of strength in business development. He has, as you've all seen, he understands macro and microeconomics like nobody else can. I bet you today, from what I've heard from him, Ugandans have learned more about Uganda from Dr. Julius than they themselves know. So, Julius has the contacts, he has the network, and he is very good at business development. Juan, on the other hand, is our ops guy. He's the one who's introduced technology, who has introduced innovation in the company, and he's been totally responsible for a transformational change in the company. Classic example of together for better. So I thank you both. I would be remiss if I didn't say a couple of things about our chief guest, Al-Hajj, Dr. Kadunabi. I have to tell you, as you know, we were here a month ago, and we were meeting in your office. And I have to tell you that, and I say this to Julius on the way back, Julius, you'll remember this. My exact words to Julius were, I love this man. So, I'll tell you why I love you. You are a very grounded person who understands insurance extremely well, very sympathetic to investment companies, business companies coming and talking to you. You are an extremely good listener, and I'm pleased, I'm not saying that just to be nice. I don't say this often, and Julius and Juan and the team will confirm that. But with you, I was taken aback by your willingness to listen, by your willingness to understand, sympathize with the challenges that we faced, and how accommodating you are. And above everything else, I've got to tell you this. You have the most captivating smile I've seen on anybody. So thank you, Alhaj. I really, really appreciate you welcoming the group in the way you've done in this country. I would also be remiss in not talking about our local chairman, Juma Kisame. You know, when two companies get together and you have a health company and you got a life company, and Juma Kisame was chairman of the life company, had little knowledge of what is happening as far as the health company was concerned. When companies merge, as you can imagine, there are lots of challenges. You have challenges in terms of either working with people, you have to unfortunately sometimes lay off people, you got to negotiate various things with regulators, with industry giants, with customers, with brokers. And that's a time when you need a solid person on the ground here. A man who's got wisdom, who's got compassion, who understands what it's all about. And at that particular time, Juma, there is no better person I could have had in this market than you being with us. So I really, really appreciate and thank you very much for that. Okay, so having said my greetings in your language, Musibiya Mutia, let me say what a pleasure and privilege it is to welcome you all tonight. And I thank you sincerely for joining us on this special occasion. This evening marks an important milestone for Jubilee Insurance in Uganda. It is not simply a corporate development, but a reflection of a broader journey, one defined by purpose, evolution, and a commitment to remain relevant in a rapidly changing world. For nearly 9 decades, Jubilee has built a legacy grounded in trust, resilience, and customer focus. The legacy has endured because we have continuously adapted, anticipating change, embracing innovation, and responding to the needs of the markets that we serve. The integration of our life and health businesses in Uganda is a natural and deliberate step in that journey. It allows us to simplify our offering, provide more seamless and holistic solutions, and engage our customers with greater clarity and effectiveness. But more importantly, it aligns directly with our group's vision to provide solutions that protect lives and secure futures. Ladies and gentlemen, this moment matters because the opportunity before us is both significant and urgent. Across East Africa, and you've had my predecessors talk about this, insurance penetration remains very low. Less than 1% in Uganda and just over 2% in Kenya and under 1% in Tanzania. Behind these figures are millions of individuals and businesses who remain underserved, often without access to the financial protection that they need. At the same time, we are operating in one of the most dynamic regions in the world. A population of nearly 190 million, young, entrepreneurial, and increasingly digitally connected, presents immense potential. This combination of low penetration and high potential creates a defining moment for our industry. It calls on all of us to rethink how we design, deliver, and communicate insurance, to move beyond traditional models and create solutions that are accessible, relevant, and aligned to everyday realities of our customers. And this is precisely why initiatives such as this integration are so important. They position us to respond more effectively to evolving needs, to unlock new avenues for growth, and to play a more meaningful role in advancing financial inclusion and resilience across our region. At Jubilee, we recognize that fulfilling this responsibility requires more than offering products. It requires insight, innovation, and execution. We are therefore making a deliberate investment in technology and digital transformation, simplifying processes, enhancing customer journeys, and making insurance more intuitive and accessible. Our recent establishment of a dedicated data and AI capability is a key step in this direction. By harnessing data more effectively, we are better equipped to understand our customers, anticipate their needs, and design solutions that are both relevant and impactful. These capabilities allow us to move with greater speed, precision, and confidence in an increasingly complex environment. But while strategy and technology are critical, they are only part of the equation. Progress at this scale is only possible through partnerships. And this evening, I want to acknowledge and thank all of you, our regulators, our partners, and our stakeholders. Your guidance, your collaboration, and your continued engagements have been instrumental in shaping not just our success, but the development of the insurance sector as a whole. As we look ahead, the opportunities for growth and impact are immense. Awareness of the value of insurance is steadily increasing. More individuals and businesses are beginning to recognize the importance of protection and long-term financial security. This presents both an opportunity and a responsibility for us to lead with purpose, to innovate with discipline, and to expand access to solutions that truly make a difference. But we cannot do this alone. We will require continued collaboration between industry, regulators, partners, and the broader ecosystem to build trust, raise awareness, and create an environment where insurance can thrive. Tonight, I invite all of you to continue this journey with us. Together, we have the ability to transform the insurance landscape in Uganda and across East Africa, to extend protection to millions more lives, to strengthen financial resilience, and to create lasting, meaningful impact. The future of our industry is bright, and Jubilee is committed not only to participating in that future, but helping in shaping it with clarity of purpose, strength of partnership, and a steadfast focus on the customer. As I conclude, allow me once again to thank you for your presence, your support, and your continued partnership. We have also prepared a wonderful evening for you this evening. I encourage you to take this opportunity to connect, to strengthen relationships, and to enjoy the hospitality and the entertainment that has been arranged. Thank you, and I wish all of you a very enjoyable evening. Asante sana.